Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ella and I'm back again with a new video. Today's video I'm going to be talking about habits that I picked up in 2023 that have helped my life better, like help me better, help me feel better, help me be better, help me feel more. I'm also going to tell you guys habits that I would like to pick up in 2024 and stuff that I would like to do as I'm on this continuous journey of just being a better person. Not for anyone else, but for me. And when I say like being a better person, it's just like being satisfied with who I am when I go to bed at night. And that is why I know that I'm not a socio or psychopath, because sociopaths and psychopaths, they can be the worst people on earth and go to bed and feel nothing, right? And that's not because they can't help it. That's just the way they are built. I, on the other hand, I feel everything. I need to be at a level where I can go to bed at night and sleep and be comfortable with who I am and be at peace. Like if I die right now, I died at peace. That's basically my goal in life. I just want to live a life that I'm proud of. Habits that I picked up in 2023, habits that I implemented in 2023. The first one is just improving on my relationship with God. I've always had like an up and down. I wasn't raised Christian growing up. My relationship with God, like via Jesus, it's not something that I was like brought up doing. So I literally had to embark on that journey on my own and like find God, because by the time I went to boarding school and I was going to church in school, it was like I wasn't raised that way. So a lot of like the things I know about Christianity I learned in boarding school. No one's ever forced me to go to church. Starting from like late last year is when I started like watching service. It was Sarah Jakes Roberts that literally, like, her preachings are just absolutely fantastic. And I don't know, the more I kept listening to her, they resonate with me. And you know, it's like, okay, the Bible actually has some gems in there. And Jesus Christ he was living a very like ideal life, the life that everybody should aspire to live. That man was so selfless and kind. Like when you really deep it, Jesus Christ is like the model human being, and we should all like try to be like that, because that man was selfless. He was giving, he was very humble. Like he was living like a nomad, someone that is the prince of king and the son of God. He really could have been at least comfortable. You know, I'm not saying he should have acted like he was the richest man on earth, but he really could have just been like, you know, chilling. He was moving from place to place, living in tents, in people's houses, in people's basements. When you really deep it, the more I kept listening to her, and I started listening to TD Jakes as well. And I don't know, it's just now I actually seek God. I seek him and try and find peace in him, right? That peace I'm talking about, I can only find it through Jesus Christ, through God. It's a journey that I'm on. I'm not like the strongest Christian in the world. I forget to pray sometimes, but it's definitely vastly improved on such a personal level for me this year. I think even like behaviors, because when TD Jakes and Sarah Jakes are preaching, it's like they're preaching, like they're teaching you life lessons, and they're bringing it, extracting those lessons from the Bible. It's beautiful. I won't lie, one of the real reasons I want to move to Dallas, Texas is because of Potter's House Church. I won't lie to you, because that's the church that brought me to God. Second habit I guess try to implement is I had to learn how to be less prideful and say sorry. That one I'm at like right now, I feel like I'm at 55%, which is better than I was last year, because last year I was at like a 15%. Okay, like now you actually have a chance of getting a I'm sorry out of me even when I don't feel sorry. I always used to justify my feeling sorry, like why should I be sorry if I don't feel like I did anything wrong? That's has always been how I view apologies. Like if I don't think I did anything wrong, why should I apologize? But in the spirit of showing grace, not being so selfish, you're able to take yourself out of you and put yourself in someone else's shoes and see how, even though that was not your intention, your action might have caused them to be this or to be that. That's what I'm apologizing for. I'm apologizing for how I made you feel. Sometimes that's okay. I don't have to say, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry that my actions made you feel that way. That was not my intention. That is an apology. It is taking responsibility for what I did, maybe not realizing that, you know, the impact would be negative, being sincerely apologetic towards making whoever feel that way. That's something I have to learn. No, that's not something that comes easy to me. Maybe if it comes easy to you, that means you're a different level of maturity, because that even till tomorrow, okay, sometimes I have to double back and be like, girl, but you didn't do anything wrong. But it's not about doing something wrong or right. It's not about being right. And it always used to be about being right to me. Do you understand? Next habit that I've implemented in 2023, I'm still struggling. Let's say I'm also like, let me just be like I'm on a 45% scale of improvement right now from 0, is using my social media less. And this one is tricky for me because I'm this aspiring social media influencer, content creator, YouTuber. So I do need to have and show visibility on social media platform. But the way social media is built these days, you can get sucked in and consumed with just taking in content, different types of TikTok. Don't make it easy. I found myself one time scrolling on TikTok for 4 hours. 4 hours of my day I was watching strangers live their lives while I was sulking and wasting on my couch. And I had to be like, wait a minute, wait a fucking minute. Like, there's no self-control. And that is ridiculous. Like, girl, get it together. So I first found out this app called Opal. It's an app where it can monitor your screen time on certain apps that you set it on, just like your screen time on your Apple phone, except you can't override it when it's time up. I have like the Opal app. I tried the free version and you could override the free version. And the only way that you could get the part of the app that you can't override is if you pay for it. But Opal was like $100 a year and $300 to buy it outright from the app store. I'm not spending $300 to help me stop using my phone as often. Make it make sense. So as a consumer of Reddit, I went on Reddit and I was like, listen, Opal app alternative. Because one thing I realized, we're living a lot of similar lives. There's so many people going through the same shit we're going through. And because Reddit is more anonymous, people are more willing to share. I checked on Reddit and I found a cheaper alternative called Jomo. It's G-O-M-O. And I'm paying $30 a year. And basically I set my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, even though I hardly use Facebook. I've set those 5 apps. I have blocks of times during the day, every day of the week, where they are blocked. I cannot access it. Now with the app you can have breaks. So if I do like during my work week, my work day, I have an 8 a.m. to 4:30 block and I'm only allowed 4 breaks. It's not like I'm the one that did this setting, so it's not as if the app, you set everything you want. During that time, I set 4 15-minute breaks for me that I can take between 4 and 8:30. If you take all the breaks, you literally can't even delete the app. You can't delete. During the activeness of the block period, the app locks your phone. The app is in control of your phone. So it's extreme. I also used to have like a phone box to like keep my phone in, but a lot of times I needed to use my phone for like other stuff. But because I was trying to like not be so into my phone, I would lock it up. But then when you need the phone is locked up for a certain amount of time, except you break the box to access your phone. I tried a lot of things. I'm not there yet. I'm trying to be in a space where I want to just go. I'm not saying I don't want to consume anyone's content, but like I cannot be scrolling on the internet for like hours on end when there's money to be made. Are you crazy? Who do I think I am? I'm not that rich. I don't have, when I become wealthy and have nothing else to do and have reached my goals, achieved my goals, maybe. But for now, no. Definitely trying to use social media less with the help of apps and phone boxes. Next habit, housekeeping. I have a housekeeper who comes and cleans my apartment twice a month. I know I live in a 1-bedroom apartment and you know, my mom, she's always like, or she used to tease me like, you are in a 1-bedroom apartment, you're a woman, you can't clean your own house yourself. But I'm not gonna lie, cleaning is not something that I enjoy doing. I learned very early to outsource the shit that you don't feel like doing but has to get done. I love a clean apartment, but it's difficult for me to maintain one because once it starts getting untidy, I let it pile up and then it just becomes overwhelming. But I'm not gonna lie, ever since I started getting housekeeping, I've been able to maintain my apartment until whenever she comes. I feel better just knowing that my bathroom and kitchen is clean. That's definitely something that made me feel a lot better. Another habit that I picked up, I would say I started drinking a lot more water. That I'm like, oh my god, I love water. I don't. I've never liked water. Before, I used to go like months without drinking water. I know how horrible that sounds. If you knew where I was coming from with my water journey, now I try to take at least 1 liter of water a day. I know it's not enough for like the actual amount that we need, but trust me, as someone who did not used to drink water before, praise Jesus. We give him all the glory. Now I try to drink at least a liter a day. I don't know. It makes me feel, I'm not going to say that it makes me feel any type of way. I'm not going to like be like, my guy, I feel so much refresher or whatever. But like, I mean, I just feel like I'm not putting toxins in my, because I love drinking soda. I love drinking like juice. But you know, drinking water is like, okay, like it's like a cleanse for me. So even if I don't feel thirsty, sometimes I'll just down 2 bottles so that I've had my water for the day. I don't even know if that's just how you're supposed to do it, but just for my own personal satisfaction that I'm doing something for the betterment of my future self. Another habit that I definitely was doing a lot more often this year was yoga. I was doing my yoga classes. I was on my Zoom. I mean, I could have been better, but I was definitely, it was a nice start, and I can only get better from now. I was trying at least a class a week, at least. It's something just so relaxing and zen, and just when it comes to yoga, it has for me that even when I quit my part-time job at the yoga studio because of somebody just trying to frustrate my life, and I was just like, I'm not going to let anyone interfere with my mental health, and it was an expensive habit, I still had to sign up for a membership at the studio because it's downstairs, and really like I cannot let anyone take yoga away from me. It just grounds you, brings you back to earth, because I can be very stuck in my own head, okay? Like I be having full-blown movies acted in my brain, and yoga brings you to present, to now, to here. If you never tried yoga before, I highly recommend it. Another thing I'll say I partook significantly this year would definitely be therapy. I don't think I missed a therapy session this year. I was on my Zoom, and when I did, I even did 2 or 3 sometimes in a week. I've really been able to navigate and explore my feelings, my emotions, being able to identify triggers. Therapy is amazing. I really recommend it if it's something you can afford. My insurance, thank God, enables me to pay $20 a session. Be patient with yourself because you're not always gonna get it right. Like if you watch my old video, I remember saying that this is like my 5th therapist. I've had to try different ones, and now I finally found someone works for me for now. Who knows where I might be next year? I might evolve and want something more. I want a more challenge. I don't know. You never know. But for now, this lady, my therapist, shout out to her, girl. Like, love her down. Love her. Another habit that I definitely did a lot this year that I'm very proud of myself is reading, okay? I read a lot of books. You guys see my apartment, some of my videos, I always have books in my background. I've always been an avid reader since I was a child. The telephone ruined my brain, okay? Because growing up, I could read a book. I read the entire Twilight saga in 1 week. That's Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn. I read those books were thick. My dad bought that for me one summer, and that was like, it was joyous to read. And now it takes me like 2 months to finish a book. But you know what? I read more books this year than I did last year. So even though I'm not reading at the pace that I would like, it's progress, and I have to be proud of myself for that progress. So shout out to me. I think I read 7 books this year. So like, it's not a lot, you know, but it's 7 more than I did last year. So I'm gonna take it. I think last year I read like 2 or 3 books. Next year will be more, in Jesus' name. Last thing that I did in 2023 that really engaged in my spirit, uplifted me, and just made me feel better is putting effort in being intentional with my friendships. I feel like I've always just been so like selfish in how I would want for like my friends to treat me and make me feel. And I don't think I was ever as concerned in how I made them feel because I was too busy thinking about how they made me feel. I don't know, it's so strange. But this year I realized it takes 2 to tango, baby. And sometimes you just gotta eat shit because that's life. People are going to do things to you. Nobody is perfect. Or I still do, okay, but I used to have such a high standard for my friends. Like, I put them on pedestals, so when they fuck up to me, it feels like the world should end. But why would I put that kind of responsibility on another human being like me that has blood drawing from them, that is flesh and human, that is flawed, born flawed? We are all born with flaws. Nobody is perfect. Nobody. Even Beyonce's husband was cheating on her, man. Nobody is perfect. Everybody that you think has a perfect life, you don't know what shit they got going on. You have no idea. And we have to be able to give people the grace to make mistakes, because we, our dumb selves, make mistakes too. And when we make mistakes, we always expect that grace to be given to us, but there's an incapability of extending said grace to others. Make it make sense, my love. I had to learn that. This is not how I thought last year. It's amazing, but therapy opened my eyes. And it almost felt like I was even approaching my friendships from a place of insecurity, but at the same time expecting perfection. Such a dichotomy that makes no fucking sense. But that's the life I'm like. My entire being sometimes feels like an existential crisis, like two different forces fighting each other within. Made effort to hang out with my friends, reconnect old friendships, be there for my friend, be supportive, be genuine, be selfless or less selfish. I don't know about selfless now. That's a lot for me right now, but being less selfish, more self-aware, accept that I will still not be perfect even if I'm trying to do that. I will still fuck up, just like they will too, and that's okay. Habits that I would like to introduce or implement in my life in 2024. There are things that some of them I've started doing now, but hopefully this also becomes part of my life. I mean, like exercising would be one of them. I will say I exercise now, but I really want to be on my Zoom next year. Like I want to be going to the gym at least twice a week. Just like I want it to be a habit for me, low-key. Like my body, my weight has been fluctuating up and down, and it's not even like I feel bloated all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I would really like to just be an exercise freak, and not necessarily to be ripped, just to feel more comfortable with myself, like to feel light when I walk. So exercise is definitely one of them. Next, I want to discover and find hobbies. So like I was thinking of like finding a dance studio that's close to me. I want to attend like dance classes, cooking classes, sushi making, book clubs even, but like just have hobbies that require me to leave my house and interact with other people. Because I read in my apartment, for example, but like a book club, like you have to hang out with the people once every whenever and talk about, you know, what is going on. And it would just be nice to be able to connect with not necessarily people that are in my friend group, but people that you share something in common with. You know, it's okay to compartmentalize and put every friend and acquaintance in a different box. So I definitely pray for myself to have more hobbies next year in Jesus' name, amen. I would also like to join a professional organization, pick up a few skills, like professional skills, learn, get some certifications, just do something and advance in my career, because I don't want to be in the same place I was last year. I said before, like I can't stop learning. Like once the day I think that I don't have anything else to learn, that I have nothing left to do on earth, because there's something new to learn every day. Like I get overwhelmed with information sometimes because I just want to consume everything at the same time, and it's not possible. So I want to definitely take some certifications, some career improvement skills. I would definitely like to engage in that. That will also keep me occupied, keep me busy, keep me focused. I also would like to start meditating. I've tried meditation a few times this year. I would say like I've meditated like a total of like 18 days this year, which is not a lot. They say meditation is very good for your concentration and focus. It's very hard, and sometimes meditation overwhelms me and gives me anxiety because that stillness, I'm not used to it. You have to be still. Your mind has to be still, and when it wanders, you have to guide it back to stillness. It's so interesting, but I'm starting to do it now. Like just re-kicked my whole thing like 2 weeks ago. I've been meditating a lot more often now, but I definitely want it to be like a habit, just like working out next year. And then I really want to travel. Last but not the least, I really want to travel. I want to explore the world. I want to make money so that I can be able to afford to travel and learn new cultures, see the world outside of my house. You know, I don't want to be confined within the walls of my apartment like I was as much as I was outside, I was inside, because I was outside in the same types of places. Like I want to try something new, something different. We have to switch it up. Like if you do the same thing over and over again and it's not working, you got to switch it up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So that's my plan for this next year, and that's like, I think that But you know, I just want to be a more confident person in who I am. I want to be grounded. I want to have inner peace. I want to have joy. I want to be happy, and I just want to be a person that my parents will be proud of, I can be proud of, my family can be proud of, my friends can be proud of. I just want to be better, and I want to share with people how to be better. Every time I learn something, I like to tell folks what I've learned, because you never know who it might help. Yeah, that's all I got for this video, child. This was it was therapeutic and cathartic saying it out loud, because these are like small goals that I've set for myself, and now that I've, you know, memorialized it by recording on camera, I would really hope by the grace of God that I can sit down in this chair this time next year and tell you that I did everything that I said I wanted to do, and even surpass that. Thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys so much. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you're new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop something new. I love you guys so much. This is Ella, and I'm signing out. Ciao.